Hi, everyone, and Happy New Year! One of the things that I enjoy doing at the beginning of a new year is to dream about what trips I would love to take in the coming year. Because apart from interior design, travel is most definitely one of the main passions in my life. And because travel has been known to inspire my own design projects, I thought, why not combine my two great passions into one video? In short, let's talk about travel-inspired interior design. More specifically, in this video, I'll cover such excellent topics as to how to put your travel photos and postcards to great design use, how to effectively integrate travel purchases into your home, and a variety of ways in which you can create a feeling of wanderlust into your home without having to travel at all. First, there's no question that most of us are drowning in digital photos when we return from a trip. We might print one out and place it in a frame, but the truth is that the vast majority of these photos usually just sit on our smartphones or tablets, unless of course we upload them to our computer, where they stay forevermore. I say, what a wasted design opportunity. Artwork costs money, but you can save money by using your own travel photos. A grouping of black and white photos with large white mats never goes out of style and works in many spaces: a dining room, a breakfast area, a hallway, or a foyer. The picture lights that we see here are a perfect touch. Travel artwork can also create a lot of personality, like we see in this neutral pared-down space. And whether your style is elegant or casual, there are plenty of framing styles available. I love this idea for a really casual style like Scandinavian or coastal, or for a kid's room or a mudroom. And I thought this idea is a particularly fun and creative way to tell a story with your photos by using a world map pushpin board. This would look great in a playroom or a TV room. If you don't have any wall space for new artwork, don't despair. Most of us have space for some beautiful custom coffee table books of our travel adventures. These can live on your coffee table, or in a bookcase, or stacked up as an end table. Finally, for the minimalists out there, you can also find TVs with built-in screensavers that allow you to display your favorite photos. Moving on, many of us love to collect postcards when we travel, and there are some really nice ways to display them in your home. Just like artwork, they can be framed in a single multi-photo frame, in a grouping of smaller frames, or displayed on floating picture-led shelves. Just be sure to add some no-damage mounting tape on the back of the postcards so they don't fall off or fly away. Now, photos and postcards are great, but my favorite travel mementos are unique and interesting objects from my travels. These types of accessories are, in my opinion, a better alternative to the generic, albeit lovely, accessories that we find in home furnishing stores. Every time I look at an item that I've purchased while traveling, I am always reminded of that great vacation. Of course, there are so many excellent ways to display these types of accessories. First, though, I personally recommend giving some forethought to what type of item or items you would like to purchase so that it fits into the cohesiveness of your home. For example, perhaps you want to create a 3D gallery wall using specific materials, such as wood and ceramics like we see here. Or perhaps you would prefer to create a collection, such as a collection of stylish hats, baskets, etc. You can also consider adding functional items to a collection that you already have, such as dishes or coffee mugs. Of course, you can always go more eclectic, especially if that is your style. It just takes a bit more design savvy to make it look well pulled together. These items can certainly be spread throughout your home, but great places to display them include bookcases, shelves, console tables, and coffee tables. Speaking of coffee tables, display coffee tables are a fantastic way to display our travel finds. Now, if you find yourself coming home with many small keepsake items that you can't bear to throw away, such as passes, tickets, and other memorabilia, I love this idea from Martha Stewart to customize boxes with the name of the country or area that you visited, which can then be stored on a bookcase. If you love fabrics, framing beautiful textiles has been a big design trend for a few years now, and I love this idea for creating wall art in your home with unique textiles that you may find while traveling. Alternatively, consider purchasing enough fabric to have a chair or settee recovered in a textile that you fall in love with while traveling. What a great way to forever remember that trip. On a side note, from a design standpoint, if you love the idea of slowly filling your home over time with items that you pick up while traveling, using a neutral color palette in your home will really allow these pieces to shine, particularly if they are brightly colored and/or visually striking pieces. Now let's talk about some other excellent ways to create a feeling of wanderlust into your home. For those of you who are regularly thinking of where to next, like I am, using maps is a great design element. There are so many different ways to incorporate maps. I love this first idea, which is a light-up travel map that includes an LED panel and light pegs, so you can either light up where you've been or light up where you want to go. Of course, vintage maps always look fabulous, particularly if you have a more formal style such as traditional or modern French. For more casual styles, I love the look of a large wall map mural in lieu of a headboard or as a focal point for a room. Or consider a grouping of maps of your favorite cities for your entryway, your family room, or a hallway. And last but not least, what guest wouldn't love being able to check out the world while using your powder room? Now, perhaps you're thinking, yes, I like maps, but not for my walls. If that's the case, let's not forget about the mighty globe. Globes can make quite the statement piece in any style home, and there are some gorgeous globes available. Of course, we have table and floor globes, but you can also find globes incorporated into utility pieces such as bar carts. Of course, there are many other ways we can bring a sense of travel into our home. We have travel artwork, and as you can see, groupings are even more impactful. Vintage suitcases can easily be made into coffee tables, or smaller cases can be turned into end tables or nightstands. This is a fairly easy DIY project, or you can purchase them pre-made on sites like Etsy.com. Finally, you can always decorate in the style of where you like to travel. For example, is your happy place the beach? Or perhaps the desert? Or maybe the mountains are where your heart sings? Along the same lines, do you have a favorite iconic city that you spent time in, such as Paris, New York, or Tokyo? If so, why not embrace that local style into your own home? Or perhaps you've always dreamed of traveling to Africa, India, or the Caribbean. Why not use that dream as design inspiration? As you can see, travel design options abound. All that said, here are some general guidelines to keep in mind when decorating your home with travel-inspired design. First, don't overdo it. As I hope you saw in these examples, a little can go a long way. Second, if you love a particular area or city, try to articulate exactly what it is that you love about it. For example, if you love spending time in the mountains, what is it that you love? Is it the abundance of natural materials, the earthy colors, and/or the greenery? If so, you can either focus on incorporating some or all of these elements into your home, or if you do decide to embrace that style, be sure to include those elements as well. Third and finally, if you do plan on buying something while traveling, take a photo and measure if necessary before you travel. Let me explain. Earlier I mentioned giving some thought as to what type of item or items you would like to purchase before you travel. Once you have an idea, then it's good to take a photo of the space where you plan on putting this item in your home. This photo can help you to more easily envision how your newfound item will fit into your space. I do this all the time. Likewise, if you have limited space, measure so you have an idea of how big this item should be. I hope you enjoyed this video and are now inspired to try some of these techniques in your own home. As always, thank you for watching and please subscribe so you can be notified of future interior design videos. Happy decorating!